Hello participants, welcome to this session on AI Canvas. AI Canvas is a very powerful tool which was proposed to identify a business case for artificial intelligence, especially machine learning. So canvas is a very popular term in the market, right? For everything we have a canvas today. Like if you want to start a business, there is a canvas. If you want to create a business model, there is a canvas. So in the same lines, if you want to implement artificial intelligence, machine learning, from whatever we have learned so far, from the business point of view, if you want to understand whether machine learning is the right fit for you, you can use canvas for it. So how can you decide whether employing a prediction machine will actually improve matters for you? AI Canvas can be an answer for this one. So AI Canvas is a simple tool that helps you to organize what you need to know under 7 categories so that you can systematically make that assessment whether you really have the information, whether you based on the data that is available to you, whether machine learning is the right solution for your problem. So each space on the canvas contains one of the requirements for the machine assisted decision making, beginning with the prediction. Okay. So after having understood what is machine learning, supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement, and all these concepts about machine learning, now is the right time for you to connect the dots and look at it from the business point of view. So, from the business point of view, AI Canvas will actually help you to think through how AI could help with the right business decisions. So, this is the popular canvas with 7 categories. You have prediction, judgment, action, outcome, input, training, and feedback. So you can easily look at the categories here. The top 4 are primarily from the assessment point of view. The bottom 3 are primarily from the implementation point of view, like whether you have the necessary data for you to actually build the model. So what is prediction? So you want to understand what do you need to know to make the decision. That is prediction, because that is the intelligence, a critical component of intelligence which will help you in the decision making. So that's what you need to fill in the prediction. By the way, before I get into the rest of the things, you need to understand how the canvas works. So if somebody in an organization proposes that they can solve machine learning, they can solve a particular problem using machine learning, most probably they may have a workshop internally, first of all. Or with a consultant coming in, they can do a workshop. And when they do a workshop, they will use this particular framework. AI Canvas. Every organization will have its own frameworks, but AI Canvas is a very popular framework in the market, which is also recognized in Harvard Business Review. So they will have AI Canvas put on a chart, and they will try to fill in every one of the categories that are given here. Like prediction. For this particular problem statement, what is the prediction? Judgment. In this particular scenario, what is the judgment? That's how they fill it across. Okay, so try to understand this particular framework from this point of view, like how this is going to be done in an organization. Now coming back to the canvas, the individual factors, you understood prediction, that is what do you need to know to make the decision. Judgment is how do you value different outcomes and the errors. So judgment can be correct as well as it's a mistake. That's why it is kind of not a perfect one. Correct? Judgment can be wrong too. So what is the cost of a wrong judgment versus the cost of not taking the right judgment? Right judgment versus wrong judgment, what is the payoff? That is what you try to understand under judgment. Third one is action. That is what are you trying to do as an action from this whole judgment process. So prediction is an input to the judgment. From the judgment, the action happens, and from the action, the outcome happens. So action is what are you trying to do? Outcome is what are your metrics to measure whether it is a success or not. So if you have an expected result and if you have an actual result, that is the outcome that is coming out, How do you know what is the error? That is actual minus expected, right? That is nothing but the error. So do you have metrics like this to measure whether your task is a success or not? Now if you notice very closely, the top layer is nothing but the anatomy of a task which we were discussing earlier. So prediction is the input, the insight that you have got from the past data, and that prediction is helping you to decide, helping you to judge, okay, the different outcomes. And that judgment will result in action, that action will result in an outcome. Okay. What is input then? What data do you need to run the predictive algorithm? This is about the past data. Training data. What data do you need to train the predictive algorithm? This is about building the model. So training is the past data, and input is past or the present data, which is actually helping you to run the model, that is pass through the model to find the outcome. Feedback. It is nothing but how can you use the outcomes to improve the accuracy of the model. So all these aspects we covered in the economics of AI as well as in the anatomy of a task session. So all these 7 categories, if you put together, if you're able to view it together, then you will be able to come to a conclusion whether AI would really help you in better decision making. Now let's look at this with an example. Security system in a house. Over 90% of the time that a security alarm goes off, it's a false alarm. That is something other than an unknown intruder triggered it. Ideally, you want the alarm to be triggered when there is an unknown intruder, that is a threat coming in. But if the unknown intruder is not there, ideally the alarm should not be triggered. But 97% of the times it is a false alarm that is getting triggered. So this requires security companies to make a decision as to what to do. Should they dispatch police or a guard, or should they phone the homeowner, or ignore it, because 97% of the times it is a false alarm, right? But what should they do? If the security company decides to take action more than 90 out of 100 times, it will turn out to be that the action is wasted, isn't it? Because 97% of the times it is false. However, always taking an action in response to an alarm signal means that when a threat is indeed present, the security company is actually responding. Now look at the other scenario. What if the security company ignores it? The problem here is 3% of the times it is correct. But you do not know when is that 3% time, correct? Out of 100 instances, 3 instances are correct, means you do not know which 3 instances are correct. So if the security guard ignores it, the company ignores it by not sending the police, then obviously it's going to be affected, isn't it? So this is a problem. So how can you understand whether machine learning or AI can be used here to improve the home security? We can make use of AI Canvas here. So what are the input variables? Let's look at the bottom layer first so that you get a feel of it, because you know what is machine learning now. So look at the input. The sensor inputs from the movement, heat, camera, contextual data at each point in time when the alarm is on. So these data can be actually used to operate the machine learning model that you are creating. So this will be the input data. And what is the training data? The same input data, if it is available for the historical data, that is for the past few months, every day what kind of data has been captured. So the historical sensor data matched with the historical outcome data, that is input and output, both you need to capture. You can actually understand actual intruder versus false alarm from this past data. And these data are used to train the AI before it is actually deployed. That is training data. Now what is the feedback data? So the sensor data matched with the data collected from outcomes, that is whether it is verified intruders or verified false alarms. So this you can actually feed it as an input again. They're actually continuously used to update the model thereby continuously improving the AI while it is operating. So the input, training and the feedback will have a role that happens here, that plays here. Okay. Now let's look at the top part. What is the prediction here when it comes to home security? So you have to predict whether an alarm is caused by an intruder, that is an unknown person, or something else. That is whether you want to predict whether it is a true alarm or a false alarm. That's what you want to predict. Okay, once you predicted, what is the judgment going to be? Compare the cost of responding to a false alarm to the cost of not responding to a true alarm. Because just by saying that, okay, you're going to ignore it because 97% of the times it's a problem, then actually you should draw a comparison. This is the payoff that you're talking about. What is the cost of responding to a false alarm versus the cost of not responding to the right alarm, the true alarm? This is where the judgment comes into picture, whether you're going to judge it right or wrong. The wrong decision will have a costly effect here, isn't it? That is, nobody going to the house to check, and the intruder is happily stealing everything from the house. So from the judgment, what can be the action that can come in? Whether I dispatch a security response or not when the alarm is triggered. So based on the prediction, based on the judgment, you are going to take an action now, whether to dispatch a security response or not. And finally, what is the outcome you are looking at? Observe whether the action is in response to the triggered alarm, whether it is correct or not. That is, this dispatch team, that is the security team, has already gone there. They are checking whether the intruder is there or not. If the intruder is there, that's a true alarm. If the intruder is not there, that's a false alarm. Correct? So you are checking the outcome, whether the action taken, in response to the triggered alarm was correct or wrong. Now, are you able to put all these boxes together and try to visualize how AI is actually helping you to look at business problem? How machine learning is actually trying to solve a business problem? And this is the reason AI Canvas is very, very powerful tool. The potential is enormous here. For example, the alarms communicate predictions to a remote agent. And part of the reason for this approach is there are so many false signals. If our prediction machines become so good, that means there are no false alarms, then dispatch is still the right response, right? Every time it can dispatch people. So one can actually imagine alternative responses such as on-site intruder capture system, which could be more feasible with significantly more accurate and high fidelity predictions. So AI Canvas can help you to understand where the problems are, understand, visualize how this problem can be solved with the help of machine learning. Whether it is a machine learning or not, that can be solved. If you find that the historical data is not available in this process, you can come to the conclusion that machine learning is not the right approach for this problem. Okay. So what are the benefits of using AI Canvas? Filling out the AI Canvas won't tell you whether you would make your own AI or buy one from a vendor. That is not the actual problem you are trying to solve. But it will help you to clarify what the AI will contribute. That is the prediction part. It will help you to understand how it will interface with the humans. Because prediction comes from the machine, judgment comes from the human. And you can also understand how it will be used to influence the decisions, that is nothing but the action part. You can also understand how you will measure success, that is the outcome part. And the data that you need to capture, the data that you need to solve this particular problem can be understood from the input, training and the feedback data in the bottom layer. So in a way, AI Canvas gives you a holistic picture of how AI can solve a particular business problem. Okay. I hope you are able to understand this and appreciate this, and I hope you are able to apply it in different contexts and you're able to understand the value of AI Canvas in an organizational context. I hope you have learned something new today. Thank you very much for your time.